Good morning. Hi guys. How are you? I had to restart my, I don't know, anybody know anything about Nordic Track? But ever since I didn't do the stupid, hi Annette, how are you? Where you been, girl? Have you been here? Have you not? Hi PS. I'm good. I'm here. I'm good. Although I did get report that about 15 messages were sent to Dan yesterday. Yeah, 15. Yeah. We got the Dan's. Everybody was texting Dan about how disrespectful I am to him and yeah. And she should, things that I should do, right? So they're going to tell my daddy on me. My daddy, to have my daddy handle it. Yes, oh Lord is right. Hi, Marty. It's so crazy to me that, here's my thing. I love Danielle, but, so half of those were I love Danielle, but, hide out in the rafters. That's okay. You can hide out in the emails to Dan. I know. I was like, talk about support and block every fucking one of them. Daddy Dan. I do. I've received many silly TikTok bans, but if they want to take me down, let them take me. I don't give a shit anymore. Hi Jazz, how are you? You call about other. We need a shirt. Dan. I mean, he just laughs. He laughs and he's like, holy shit. People don't know, right? People assume, I guess, that he doesn't know who I am after 30 plus years. Hi, Janet. He doesn't know how I am. I'm gonna have a bashing session on him every day. I got rid of my TikTok. It is annoying, Annette. Gian is not my keeper. No. I don't know if he responded to anybody, but he's like, people just, I get it. He doesn't bother me. If it bothered my husband, I wouldn't do it, right? That's the thing when you're a team, husband and wife. If it bothered him, I wouldn't do it. But he knows, right? He knows I'm going to use my platform to vent. He knows I'm just going to try to relate to you guys as much as I need to for myself again, right? To deal with the shit that I deal with. Venting this is my outlet to vent. Period. My outlet to vent. And if people don't like it, relationships are good and bad, right? Relationships have their ups and downs. He wasn't cheating on me. What the hell y'all going and saying that I made it appear like he was going out on me? Y'all, really? It wasn't like that. Don't come into conversations thinking you know. Do you think if he cheated on me, I would tell everybody? Yeah, I would. I would blast that motherfucker out on the intranet. No shit, I would. But no. Hi, Unky. So you guys, I'm venting. I'm vulnerable. No, I said it. And do I always say I love my husband? But he drives me nuts. And it just so happens that we both have platforms, right? It just so happens that you know him too. So people feel like the need to go and complain about me to him, right? I said over and over, there was no stepping out. It wasn't that way. It was just the way I felt, right? He felt completely different. You just heard my side of it. You didn't hear how he felt, right? So you all stop. God, if anything, you should don't run to Dan. I am 50 fucking years old. closing in on 51. He is not my keeper. He doesn't rein me in. Fuck, nobody can rein me in. You know what I mean? So, y'all, get over yourselves and stop tattling, for fuck's sake. Hi, Samantha. He needs to be charging those. And holy shit, Shauna. God, Shauna sent me a gift like no other, y'all. Shauna's gift was like, well, it was like a bag from the candy store, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? So he watches all the time. I am not hiding anything from him. And if he wanted to, he could watch my lives every day. And he always comes in and pokes his head in. And when I'm on a major bashing session, he leaves. He leaves, right? Which is what he should do. This is my time. Get the fuck off my channel. So how do these people have the, I don't know. I would be so embarrassed to email him or text him. Dion. Anyhow, crazy, huh? So, that was interesting. No, we did not go on last night. You guys, I crawled in bed at 6:30 last night. Yeah. Dion, your wife is talking about you. Dion, she really disrespects you. Well, so does he, right? If I'm talking about his disrespecting, obviously he's disrespecting by leaving a mess, right? I'm allowed to talk about it. I'm allowed to talk about what happens in my life. I'm allowed to talk to you guys about my trials and tribulations. Why do people find it so offensive? Isn't that why we have social media? We have social media so we can talk about life. We can vent. We can connect with others who are on the same fucking shit, right? Yes, Kimberly, I wake up in the middle of the night to make more work for myself. How did you know? So anyhow, y'all, give it a rest. My husband knows I can't be tamed, and that's why he loves me. And people, that's why I said that this morning. Welcome to my staged videos. I wake up in the middle of the night or the wee earlies of the morning to make a mess so I have more to do. Hell no. Many emails sent to Dan. Many. He said like 10 to 15. 10 to 15 people. Can you believe that? Yeah. You guys, I don't have, I'm trying to keep up with the messes, not make them myself. Yeah, 10 to 15. 10 to 15. And you know, I feel like blasting every one of them, you know, just on purpose. and you. Actually, I should look and just block them, right? I should see their names so I can block them from my life. Unfortunately, I know, Sam, gaggle, yeah. Unfortunately, I can't block them because we have people who come back under fictitious names. They troll to take people down. That's how they do it. So I know, I wish I would, but I would have to steal Dan's phone to do it. He won't let me do it. You know, Switzerland and all. I know. I should name all of them. I should put them just, you know, do a slideshow for them. I don't know why. I don't know why they think Dan doesn't participate in my life, you know? We don't communicate well, no. That's why I blast his ass on social media. So that's the way it works in our relationship. For those of you, stay out of our relationship, you know? You don't know. We've been married for going on 28 years. Plus there's pictures, right? We've been married for 28 years. Just because your relationship's not like us doesn't mean there's something wrong with it. It works for us. We do that to each other. God, y'all, babies and shit. I thought about you in Kitchen Chronicles this morning when I went to pour Sister cereal and was no longer resealable. That's why I said, how did your kitchen look this morning? Now, relatively speaking, right, it wasn't so bad, right? My kitchen wasn't so bad. But I still want to take you through the mornings of a perfectly clean kitchen. I should have taken a picture. Y'all, I crawled in bed at 6:30 last night. I crawled in bed at 6:30 last night, and I didn't get up till after 6 this morning. I was tired. That was a mild case, yeah, mild. I think my marriage is normal, but I think the people who email Dan, this is just my perspective. The people who email Dan do it because they have maybe more of a connection with Dan than me. And people hate truth. People hate people like me because I bet Janet, I would too, honestly. I would really miss those arguments. People don't I feel sick, your marriage doesn't interest me. Okay, Mary, it doesn't have to interest you. Thank you. So the people have to realize that Dan knows what I'm doing every step of the way. Every day, they're all women. I don't know. Mostly women, I would say. Mostly women. People don't like the truth. So they hate when they know two people on social media and they have feuds, right? Everybody's nosy as fuck, but they kind of want both sides of the story. But when the other person just isn't that way, they think I'm in the wrong, right? So they don't get it. It's so stupid. It's naive to think that my husband doesn't know what I'm doing or what I'm saying, right? More than I'm exposed to other humans at the level of cruelty. Yes, me too, Jade. Try Facebook and Instagram. Shit. That's a whole new echelon of crazy. No, you didn't, Lisa. My life has been in a 24-hour period, 48-hour period, blown upside down. And this morning I saw one, and then Dan and I had a big discussion, and I haven't. I wish he would, dog lover. I wish he would. I wish he would just say, you guys, I'm well aware what my wife is doing. It doesn't bother me. It's okay. It's not like she puts me on private. How do people have time to complain? I don't know. I don't know. Hi, C. I almost didn't come on. I knew. Oh, sorry. I'm sure I can find some today at some point. I didn't really peruse social media this morning. Life has been cray-cray. So, hi, Stormy. I knew I was going to come on YouTube for sure. I just wasn't so sure with TikTok. Do you think any of these emails have influence on Dan? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. They don't influence him in any way. He's like, it doesn't bother me. What she does doesn't bother me. He's secure in himself. He knows I'm gonna blast him, you know? Yeah, and I want people to think it's normal, you know? I'm not afraid to hide. You know, when I have friend issues and when I have people that infiltrate my life and create havoc on me, why shouldn't I be able to share that? Why shouldn't I be able to share that? Why do people want to dictate to me or to my husband what and who I'm allowed to talk about? If it's happening to me, it's my issues. I'm allowed to share whether you like it or not. I'm allowed to take you along my journey. This is about my journey, not just with Ed, my husband, my friends, my family, the shit that happens. I share the good and the bad. I should be able to, without people trying to take me down because they don't like what I'm saying about them or about our situation. Could you imagine if my husband cared that much? Shit. I do get tired of people bashing me. But what do? You know, people like to justify, well, you put yourself out there trying to validate they're ugly. My life, my voice, plain and simple. Why don't people mind their business? Exactly. Your sister-in-law, nice. Why don't I talk about Jennifer? Because she doesn't want me to talk about her on social media. So I don't talk about her because I have respect for my kids and how much they want to be involved. Gary, good question. Whatever happened to, you know, Dan chooses to stay married to me for a reason, right? My tone doesn't get to him. You know, my sarcasm doesn't hurt him. We are content with each other. We trust each other. We're loyal to one another. We don't need to worry about the stupid bashing on social media, right? It's part of my act. You know, what would, I mean, most of you would be sad if I didn't bash Dan. People look forward to that because it makes them feel normal. He understands me. Exactly, Gary. You know why it doesn't bother him? Because he understands me. He knows I need to vent. He knows I need to talk to help me stay sane, right? The suit saga, yeah. Very rare. She hates when she hates it. She does not like me to bring her name up. So that's the thing. My husband is well aware of how I talk to him and about him. And y'all think like it changes when the cameras are off. You're crazy. No, we didn't go on a live last night. I was too tired and, you know, we had some disagreements. Oh no, you know, hey guys, we have a real marriage. We had some disagreements. You heard my side, you didn't hear his side, but he's not the type to talk about his side. I'm the type to talk about mine. That's just not Dan. You know, Dan doesn't air his dirty laundry. That's never been him, right? It's never been him. But guess what? It's always been me. So you have to understand who I am in order to appreciate me. Doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It just means I can't fucking lie. I told Dan, right? I'm like, so you want me to change me? He goes, no. Well, you don't care. I don't care what you say about me, you know? But y'all need to get over it. Stop tattling, stop calling, stop doing those things. He's well aware of who I am. Protective over his family. He's very protective over me. You know, his way of protection over me is completely different than what I think is showing protection over me, right? So we always have a debate over that. I think he's an idiot. He thinks I just don't listen, you know, or whatever the situation is. I just don't, he thinks, you know, how he's doing it is beneficial to me when I'm like, I think you're an idiot. And I think you're making things worse for me, you know? So I get pissed. He gets pissed at me for being pissed. And then I'm trying to talk about it with all of you. And then you have people contacting him. So anyhow, people are insane in the mainstream. Yes, Scott, I'm the problem. Yep, that's the problem. Because if you, as well as other people, took a good look at themselves, you realize that you are the problem, not me. I have never gone to Dan. Dan, your wife's going crazy. She's talking bad about you. She's saying you cheated. Debbie, I'm jealous. You cheated on her. Jade, I couldn't either. I don't think I've ever texted, even if I have good friends with the husbands as well. I side with my girls. You know, I side with my girls, whether they're right or wrong, and I try to tell them when they're wrong, right? But I side with my girls. I could never imagining, as much as I thought about doing it and calling and bitching at them, I would never do it. But never about my friend, about them. Yeah. Marianne, Dion. Well, that's what I said. I said, you're true. You know, the people who are snakes, this is what I look at it. The people who are texting Dan, emailing them about my behavior on a live, those are snakes in the grass, right? They're slithering, they're watching me, right? And then they can't wait to take their notes and to relay them to Dan. However they interpret those notes, whether it's right or wrong, right, is crazy. So I call them slithering snakes. You want to be a slithering snake? Now, a true friend might say, oh no, Danielle's not well today. She's on the bashing. Girl, speak it. Get it out. We all know. Get it out. Do it, girl. Get it. Do it. Love it. Feel it. You know, that's a true friend. True friend is you sit there and you let them vent. Dion. No, I don't think you did that. Slippery little snake. Yep. So those are the people. Most of those people DM him because they don't have his number and email him, you know. But newsflash, Dan knows me. He knows his wife. He knows my tone. He knows everything about me. He knows my insides and outs. So that's what works for me and works for us in our relationship. I wouldn't know it any other way. If he died, I would need the same type of a person. The Italian unit hates rats. I fucking hate rats. I do. God. I hate. No, Marianne. Come on, girl. I'm running on the treadmill. I don't know. We're supposed to be grown-ass adults. And here's the thing. If you don't like the rant I'm on, leave. Come back. Check again. If you don't like me bashing on Dan because you like him more, step out and reassume in 5 or 10 minutes later and see if I'm still there. You know? If they truly knew you, they'd be calling. Well, I get those calls too. So, Dion. I know. Everybody's walking around the house today. Dion! 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 Shit. Okay, so what's going on today? I got new shoes yesterday, by the way. Yeah, Dion! I got new shoes. I did. I ran some errands yesterday. Took a couple of hours and got out of the house. Got new running shoes. I'm running in them right now. Today is PT. You're welcome, Joe. And that's why. You know how many emails I get saying, Danielle, thank you. Right? Thank you. Thank you for telling us your journey. Thank you for reliving what you need to relive to get it out. Because every time I'm venting about something, I can tell you somebody is going through the same fucking thing, right? So, and Dan respects that, right? Dan respects that. I need a new pair of running shoes. Dan respects that. He knows that I help others by speaking what's happening, whether it's friends, family, or foes, right? Everybody appreciates the truth. Everybody appreciates the honesty because every one of us is going through it or has gone through something similar, right? Why? I'm not going to keep my life private for fear of hurting somebody's feelings by talking in riddles on here. Somebody I know, right? I'm not going to hide the truth because that's my truth. I'm here to help people. I'm here to tell people it's okay, right? Doesn't mean you have to do it, but it's just my way. It's how I make sense of it all. And sometimes, right, and let's put it this way. If Dan wasn't on social media, it wouldn't matter, right? People wouldn't know. People wouldn't know, so they wouldn't have to run to him. They would be like, oh, but I think people sometimes feel conflicted, right? Because they like us both and they hate to see what I'm doing, but it's our relationship, right? I'm not doing it to put him down, and I tell you that all the time, to make him be dislikable. It's my life with him. Why can't I share it? Why do I have to get criticized for sharing his faults? He is free to share mine, but that's not Dan. Right? That's not Dan. That's me. And he knows it, and he accepts it, and he respects it. And if he can't handle the bashing, he leaves. He gets out. But he knows. I know that every time I'm on here saying things, he knows. He knows, for the most part. I'm not ashamed. Fix yourself then. Yeah, if Dan doesn't have a problem with it, why do random strangers? And these are people who should know better, right? These are people who should know better. These are people who we aren't choosing you to force sides. This is our marriage, whether you like it or not. This is who I am, whether you like it or not. Hi, Nikki. I hope so. Today is Nugget Day. So today is PT, so that's good, at 11. And then Wesley has a basketball game, so I'll see some nuggets. I don't know. I'll see some nuggets. And people obviously, hey Jim, honey, people who obviously go and tattle don't really know me, nor have taken the time. They think they get extra bonus points for, I guess, you know, telling Dan or something. It has to be jealousy or something, right? I don't know. So, nuggets, you guys know where that makes it is, we'll be a member live on my way there. But shit, I kind of want to go to my store again. So I might have to get rid of you once I get to the store, because I always get copyright infringements. Oh, Grandma Beals, thank you. You know, sometimes, you know, with me, you get, you know, it just snowballs, right? Everything snowballs. Everything snowballs. And then at some point it's frustration, right? With everything. Yesterday was complete frustration because I knew the games they were playing on TikTok. I have a feeling who. And it was just frustrating. I was barely hanging on anyway yesterday. I was tired. Didn't sleep. And that was just it. At that point, like I said, you know, January and February, no, people don't ask me for my autograph. January and February are always really tough times for me. And then everything else that is going on in my life, most of which you guys know, but some of which I don't share everything. You know, I do have some privacy that I need, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, you guys have an idea. I slept last night, J Money. I went into bed at 6:30 and I didn't get out till 6. Oh, GSR, we love you too. And we know when you're not there or here. It's very sad. I'm emotional. Yeah, and people call me a narcissist. People call me a narcissist. People call me, I probably get called a narcissist probably 10 times a day. Yeah, 10 times a day. Oh, Karen, hey, how you doing? to listen to the ladies to get a better perspective. You do, Gary. I appreciate that. I love when my men are here. I think you seem to have a lot of haters. I do, J Money. I have lots of haters. And honestly, my husband's worried about me, right? I think he goes in and meddles sometimes because he's worried. He's worried that somebody may hurt his wife, right? Ellie, you feeling better? I know, thank you, sorry. I don't like to be on one. I just couldn't catch my breath for a minute and I need to get off and catch it. So I tried to read a little bit through blurry eyes and Dan, we just have a way of expressing ourselves, right? And they're different. Dan's is just different than mine, but it pisses me off. His way. God. It's hard to hear the hate. I have a lot of friends who stay away because they can't handle it, right? And I tell people, he tries to protect me in his own way. And his own way, and I attack him all the time, and I always say, but you don't, right? Because that's how I feel. But he feels that he does. And in some convoluted way, I guess I can see his way, but it doesn't make sense to me. But, okay. All right. Hi, Sonia. There is a lot of positives. Not on Meta and not on Facebook. I get more positives on YouTube and TikTok. Who would have thought TikTok, right? But Facebook and Insta, ugly. Bye, Gigi. And hold it back anger about the way. He does. He actually came in yesterday, Laura, and he was like, do people talk to you this way on Facebook every day? I said, yeah. He said, why do you post? Why? I said, well, you always said, isn't negative feedback positive feedback? I don't know. He's like, no, not like that. He's very diplomatic about everything. And Laura, it pisses me off because I'm not diplomatic. I can see both sides, and I don't know what I expect from my husband. I'm always all over the place, I want him to do something, and then he does it, and I don't like the way he did it. Isn't that how we are? That's not the way I wanted you to do it. Well, I did it because I was protecting you, but I don't want you to protect me that way. And he's just like, well, bye, Sam, love you. Sam, I'd probably be on about 3-ish. About 3-ish for the car ride, yeah. Facebook is much worse, yeah. And here I thought, TikTok was ugly. Fuck, TikTok is a gold medal. Do you ever get discouraged and just want to say bye-bye to social media? No, not really. Because there is I am who I am because of social media. I become a better caregiver. I become a better person. I'm evolving, right? The negative also in a weird way teaches you things, right? Teaches you, right? They teaches you how to cope, how to handle ugliness, how to be a stronger person, how to develop thicker skin, So I try to look at everything as a learning experience, even with friendships, right? Friendships come and go. What have you learned from that time together, right? What did you learn? Focus on the benefits of the positive. And sometimes they just become not so positive anymore. And so I look at it like it's a learning experience, not Facebook or Instagram, because That is just pure hate. But everything else, I am proud of who I am today because of my growth with and along with my journey and social media. I think women should vacation on the month of their periods and going through, start and during menopause the way we can catch our bearings and we heal. I don't know. Are we healable? I don't even know. Like sometimes I question myself. I'm like, can I heal? Truly, no. I mean, healing is part of our whole journey until we die, right? We learn. Why is everybody saying I thought I was done? Done with what, Christine? Done with what? Healing is looking at things as lessons, you know? And women are always in pain. We are. Because there was this meme yesterday or TikTok or something. Was it Facebook or Instagram? And it was this little Hispanic boy in a rubbled community, and he had this hat that took up the whole camera, and it said what women feel like every day, you know, carrying the burdens of their family, their friends, everything on their shoulders, on their heads, on their backs, you know. And it is that way. It is that way. So it is very, very, very tough some days. And I'm human, you guys. I bleed the same way you do. I get sad the same way you do. I get angry the same way you do. And I am entitled to my days of enough's enough, right? But on social media, we're not allowed that. We're not allowed those moments. We're supposed to take it. We're supposed to take everybody's opinions, right? They like to, she just doesn't like our opinions. No, that's not an opinion that you have. That's hate. There's a huge difference, and people want to hide behind the word opinion, right? Opinion. Opinion. Notice the difference between opinions and hate. I don't get rid of people with opinions. I don't fight with people with opinions. I fight with people who have the inability to see the difference between the two, right? That's my problem. And when you come on and disrespect me, people want me just to sit back and take it. Well, it's our opinions, Danielle, but of course you don't like them, so I'm probably gonna get blocked. No, what you get blocked for is hate and downright disrespect. Those aren't opinions. You have to wonder what is inside them and make them lash out. Yeah, you know, I don't know. And it's, you know, obviously they're lashing out because they're not happy, right? They want to sit and they want to, like I was watching my Carolina fan, you know, the guy with his mill. And, you know, we were shooting messages back and forth to each other the other day. And I was watching him, and he's like, we are getting so much hate, right? And I'm like looking at them and the way they're doing things, and I'm thinking to myself, where's the hate? Why the hate? Where are you getting hate? Like me, fine, I get it. Because I'm confrontational, you know? I like to fight sometimes. I like to poke sometimes because it pisses me off that people demand that I listen to their shit. Well, don't fuck with me in the first place, right? If you're gonna fuck with me in the first place, you're gonna get my shit and people are gonna share my journey. Whether I say your name or not, that's my choice. It has nothing to do with you. It's a friendship that just dissipated for the reasons it did, right? What's the big deal? Why are you afraid of me talking about it? Do you have something to hide? You know what I mean? It's like, why do people feel such vulnerability with what? Well, tell me, why? It's gross, and I'm looking at him like, I don't see anything wrong. You know, I admit my faults. I like to poke sometimes. My tone is my fucking tone. I'm not changing that, and if you've watched me from the beginning, you know my tone has been there from the beginning, right? Like, it doesn't change. Makes you wonder why. Because that's my personality. I'm a get it done, let's do it now, no patience, no nonsense girl. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You don't like the way I handle my household, you don't have to. But stop complaining to my husband and stop being mean. I can tell you that I'm sure I could pick you apart too if I had an eye into your house. Hi, Pam. Thank you. People don't like strong women, right? Strong women who defend themselves, who have a tone, who have any of those things people are insecure about, get labeled as a bitch, get labeled as rude, right? They get labeled. Why is that though? Why is that? Why is that? Because I have finally developed enough cojones to deal with things and not let people trample over me. And now you're threatened because I have the control. Sorry, hate to tell you that. Anyhow, so, and it's true. I posted, I think, one of those things on Facebook. Why is it that women who create their own boundaries and who have a tone, who are strong-willed, and there's more, I just can't think of them, are labeled as a bitch? And that's what I do, Shauna. If I don't like it, so I've been watching. Hi, Esme, I'm fine, thank you. I've been watching this Carolina fan because I'm like, I've been going down the rabbit hole trying to find something for me to look at negatively. Now, oh, Sue, thank you. You know, because he's telling me how much, you know, hate he gets, and I'm just like, I can't. Why? What are you doing? Like, I can, me compared to him, yeah, I look more bitchy, right? Bitchy. So I'm not getting it. I don't get it. But you have to keep in mind that we're all different. Our family dynamics are different. You know, our personalities are different. Don't compare us to you or others because we are not them. Thinking they're causing trouble between the two. I think sometimes, Teresa, I do believe people do want to cause trouble between us, 100%. But I think there's just those that are clueless and think they're doing me a favor by trying to get my daddy Dan to shut me up or something. I don't know. I don't know how they get hate either. I love them. I would literally be like, Granny, come on now. And people like to meddle and stir the pot. But you know, I mean, she doesn't stop, right? We argue. Yeah, Suzanne, we argue, we fight. We don't agree with how I run my social media. He doesn't agree with it. I don't agree how he does his. Can you believe that? Gosh, golly gee willikers, shameful. We're not yes men or yes ma'am to everything. We don't have to agree with each other. What we do have to do is support each other. We do have to. I can't get rid of them. I mean, technically I could. There's lots of different ways that I could. And you know, Shabazz a coach. Spell it out for me because I don't remember that. I need to hear it in my head. Cooks later. Potzer is a Coach Leffel? A Coach Leffel? Is that right? I don't think I've ever heard that. Really? We have a relationship. We fight a lot. I bet 80% of people tell to Dan try to start shipping. Probably. Dan. I can't stop saying Dan. And antique store. Chrissy girl, shit, thank you. I need to stay away is what I need to do. But shit. It's really, I don't understand why people do it. And the more I talk about it to try to tell them, like, Dan's well aware of his wife's behavior. There's no secrets here. You know, you all are being sweet today. Thank you for all the gifts on both sides. Y'all want me to spend some more money, don't you? Meanwhile, my algorithm on Facebook is tanking on YouTube. Shit. Mama ain't making as much. So buy your merch. Everybody, today's Thursday. Are you wearing your Sob Thursday t-shirt? I don't see anybody wearing them. Another running shoes. I did buy 2 pairs of shoes. All right, I'm going to tell you about the running shoes that I have on. They are on Clouds. Who is older, you or Grandpa? Me. Dan. No. You ordered the Heather Purple? So yeah, wear your merch. Tuesdays and Thursdays are merch days. And if you are not wearing your SAB merch, you are not a true SAB. So if you watch me every day, you must wear those Tuesdays and Thursdays days. Show your representation. Yes. Show it, wear it, love it. Feel tantalizing and titillating while you are wearing your merch. Rub your nipples, whatever you gotta do. Run around naked in your shirt to feel the full effect of the magic that you will receive while wearing them. No, Dion, I'm 93. Easy, Linda. I'm 93. Linda. Who said? I said. What? Tantalizing and titillating. While frolicking on the ground outside of your house. Do not fret, my friends. You will also feel tantalizing. Now I have to change it because I said naked. You got to be naked, okay? Joni, nobody has crossed any nobody has amended anything as of right now. Not sure there can be amends. Anyhow, doing dishes with my sub sweater. See, do you feel tantalizing? Do you feel titillating? You should. Oh, girl, what? Honey, what you talk about, Willis? Well, I thank you. You guys are spoiling me today. Did Sam ever find Trina? Trina, we are still on the lookout. If you have seen Trina, please have her report to YouTube because we have appeared to have lost Trina with an I, not an E. Now, I have a friend named Trina, and she spells her name with an E, but that's not her. I know everybody's gonna be, Dan! The hippie, you got a raise. Woo! Get it, girl! You deserve it. I like it. Hi, Sylvia. That's why I got off. You know, I don't want, yesterday, you know, sometimes I've stayed on while I've cried because I was talking about my mom. No, whatever, Trina. Judy's putting in the FBI work. So I don't want to make, I have a weird thing about being that vulnerable on social media. Sometimes it catches that at difficult moments, but I don't like to be on. I don't want to look silly at the job. Girl, who cares? I appreciate that. Hi, Becky. But was she a thing? GSR? We were talking about her on the member live. So I did mention going to my, because it's basketball day, bitches. And so I don't, anyway, I hate being on when I'm upset like that because I don't want sympathy gifts, you know? I don't like that. It just makes me uncomfortable. Gifts in general make me uncomfortable, just so you know. But I have learned to accept them as part of a thank you, you know. Dion. So I don't know. It is what it is. And you know, Chanel beamed up Trina. You guys, people come and go, right? We get rid of people because they're nuisances, or they just kind of go off on a, you know, something's not right. They start attacking people. And, you know, I try to make these things, oh, Sue, thank you. I try to, I don't know what I try to do. I just try to do a lot and try not to capitalize on certain things because it reminds me of other things and I just leaves a dirty taste in my mouth. But, you know, walk away peacefully. You know, I just wish people would walk away peacefully. I wish if things happen for a reason, you know, and, you know, whether it's people I've met or people who've just been in my lives, just walk away. Why hang out, you know? Why listen and try to wait for them to say bad things so you can tattle in different various forms, you know? Leslie has been gone for a reason, Janet. Yeah, Leslie has been gone for a reason. People of the past that have come and gone, come and go because of different circumstances. That now, could they be watching again? Probably, but I don't know. You're welcome. Bye, Peterson. I can't tell if that's an I or an L. But yeah, oh, Leslie Best. Yeah, people, life gets ahead of them. Sometimes they text me and they say, sorry, I've been away. I had trauma. Now I'm speaking like the Canadians. I've had some trauma and I'm back now. Oh, thanks, Christy. I appreciate it. L for Lori, thank you. My eyes, girl, aren't good, so I can't see that. So Leslie Best, yeah, and like Heather of the Mountains, and we have people who come and they show up for a while, and then that's the thing with social media, they come and go. Some I'm sad, like heck, a cool dad. God, I love the guy. And he'll pop in, and like a year later he'll be like, hey, from San Francisco. You're like, what, bro, really? With his messenger bag on, and Drake's still around. Drake claims that oh, Doll's Life, Jenna too. Vorney came back. Drake's still here. He's got that new puppy, he claims, that's taking up his time. Liam, I miss them. They got caught up in the shitstorm of certain people, they got caught up with the shitstorm. Hey Deb, thank you. They got caught up in the shitstorm of people, right? And people were blocking, and it was such an ugly time with people who had control that didn't need to have control. And so it really burned my hide, right? Hecka, yeah, he wasn't a courier. I called him a courier. I said him and walking the hills with his messenger bag. Thanks, Deb. Easy on the gift gallery, right? I don't know. It's crazy. Hi, Gigi. Anyhow, life is crazy, right? Life is crazy. So I missed Liam, right? Marianne, thank you so much for your gift. That was way too kind. Jerry comes in once in a while. He does. He'll pop in and say hey once in a while. No, he wasn't a courier. He wasn't a courier. I just joked with him about him wearing a messenger bag. It was back. I don't even know how that came up, but it was a joke about a messenger bag. He wasn't a cowboy. That was Iceman. Jerry Tidwell. Yeah, Tidwell. Oh, Jesus. Jerry Tidwell. Yeah, no, he pops in occasionally. I see him. I miss him, I think, weird things happen and people just get embarrassed or, I don't know what happens, but what's a courier? Like a mail carrier. Courier. We have mailmen who actually deliver man on feet. Yeah, the open room cough, Dan's here. He's good for the open room coughs, the open room sneezes. You should see my steering wheel of all that. And, he did the same thing when he had COVID, too. Open room, everything.
I see you're talking about me.
Yep. Dan, a few days ago.
What time do you have to go?
Would it be me if I didn't talk about you?
I don't know.
I have to leave here at 10:30, so don't let me forget.
Well, it's like 10:20 right
No,
now.
it's 10:10. Go check on your day.
up?
I had to wake him up
All right.
because I needed to get on with my day. I noticed you quickly ran out of the house before he got up, so I woke him up.
I had to get out because you have to go.
I woke him up.
All right.
And my friends are being very nice to me today. They've given me gifts and stuff like that. I miss them. I know, and it makes me sad. Like, remember Iceman used to come on and he used to get all the ladies turned on? He used to get all the ladies turned on. And then he left. Iceman, his Santa Cruz cowboy, which is very ironic. If you remember. Very ironic, because Santa Cruz are full of hippies and surfers. Big cities like San Francisco. Yes. Oh, are you still? Yeah, so we miss Iceman. So I miss those people when they walk. Fat Boy, remember Fat Boy? I remember Fat Boy. These are my new shoes. Do you trust me to balance on one leg? I don't know. Let me see. What if this is all I can lift? I can't. I'm tight. He was a flirt. I said, yeah, it's warmer than it's been. I'm having a hot flash as well, so. The tap 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 is my I don't know, it's off balance, somebody said. It's not warm, but I'm hot. I'm hot flashing. I have spritzing right now, so that's why everything's off. Oh, Charles, that worries me though. That worries me. Charles, because Charles was really sick, so mine's been doing it though. That's why I didn't go on it yesterday, because sounds bug me now. As I age, sounds bug me. Is that something to do with the age? Oh, sorry, it is loud, Shauna. I'll try to stay here. God, I hate it. A non-creepy flirt. Yeah, a non-creepy flirt. Maybe it's because I've gained weight and I'm exceeding the weight limit on here. maybe my ice cream addiction has gone to my creaking. It's not uneven. It's like literally on the floor. I don't know. Anyhow. So yes, Jaren gets taught a lot of things every day. I love that. Sounds bother me. Chewing bothers me. I didn't realize this would be a misophonia too. Am I still eating chips? Occasionally, yeah. Yeah. I'm complaining. Why do I do it? Because I don't piss out of my vagina every day, just standing. That's why I do it. It really helps my bladder stay from leaking and not pissing on myself. Because if anybody are leakers, this has helped me. The airplane, I was sleeping when that story broke last night, Kathy. So I was hearing things, because of course Dan, I'm sleeping, it doesn't matter, he just turns on the TV, turns on the lights, and everything's fine. And yes, hey Sean, I may have been sleeping at like 6:37, but that's not the point. HO2 pellets were wonderful for hot flushes. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I hate gum popping too. It drives me insane. And so like I'm just tapping my toes because for some reason it's better for me to not hear the other stuff. But yeah, I never used to be sounds like this. But yeah, like craziness, like this is really driving me nuts. But I hate misophonia. Now, for some reason I can tolerate Ed most of the time. But sometimes when I'm really cranky, I'm like, oh, and I look at him and he's like, what? Sometimes it really drives me nuts and I can't take it. But for the most part, I've trained myself to try to like wean it out because, I'm there to make sure, things, but sometimes it's really difficult and I have to sit in the other room. It is about, so what I think I'm doing, just so you know, what I think I'm doing for my issues, is I think I'm getting the hysteroscopy, and then they're gonna put an IUD in, with progesterone. So it keeps the thinning of the uterus and not just the ablation of it. And here, heavy breathing. Yes, heavy breathing. Soup slurping drives me insane too. I'm an aggressive tickler. Oh. The sound of crunching food. Yeah, and like for some reason, like certain people like Hannah, like she has misophonia too, but for some reason the way she chomps on her chips every time I like look at her and her mouth is closed, but I don't know what's happening inside of her mouth to make the noises that she does. So sometimes I'm like, bruh, what the fuck are you doing in there? I hate when it kind of gives me the nails on the chalkboard. So I have an IUD, it cut my period completely, and I'm hoping that. So I'm on birth control right now, but I'm hoping that the IUD will help all the other shenanigans. I'm just 61, I had a history when I was 29, and I still have hot flashes. I know, and sometimes people don't. So one of my friends she's Dan's age, and she's been off birth control for a long time, but her hot flashes are crazy. So they're giving her progesterone and estrogen, which I think is great for her because she's very hot, very sweaty. I'm pretty much a leaker, but yesterday I showed my hubby has the same. Oh no. A lurker, not a leaker. Sorry. Pretty much a lurker, but yesterday I shared my husband. Oh, I'm so sorry. And Peb's mom, I think my friend was on, and her ex-husband or her ex-baby daddy, I don't really know if they were. Anyhow, he just passed, and he had the same thing Bruce Willis had. I forgot what it's called, but it's very sad. It's very sad, and it was quick onset and quick death. So it's crazy. Menopause, no, this is from babies. This is from babies. Oh, thanks, Ashley. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. I had just had like a day. I just had a day. I was tired. I'm PMSing. I have stress. I have worry. I have concerns. And so, it's sometimes you just hit your limit. You hit your limit. You hit your limit on what you can tolerate in a day. Leaking urine. Yeah, leaking urine. Not my nose, but the urine. It doesn't help with leaking of the nose or the anus. It somehow only helps with the leaking of the urine. Yeah. So if you have a leaking problem like I do in the anus, I almost think it's one or the other. So I think my strength became stronger in the front and became weaker in the back. So YOLO, YOLO. What do? You just do the best you can. GSR, where are you leaking from? Your mouth, your nose, your ears, or your vag, or your ass? Probably her ass, because GSR is a constant leaker from the anus. Front temporal dementia, FTD, yes. I leak from everywhere. The vision that GSR has created of herself over the last year of life with her on social media, I just picture this. I can't even, I wish I was so talented that my vision of her can be immediately transposed on a piece of paper and I can share it, because it is so funny. She calls herself the angry cat. And I don't know, she's always talks about, she's of Asian descent, and what was the angry cat? Yeah, the angry cat version. She's always saying, hi Luke, I'm still married. I wasn't looking too good the last couple days because I've been really pissed off at Dan. We're not seeing eye to eye on some things. So he was ready to be kicked out the door, but I'm still married. Yeah. I'm not a plumber. So anyhow, yeah, so you remember that actress? She's Asian and she has that bowl cut. For some reason, I picture GSR with the bowl cut, with the round glasses like that actress. And because she's described herself as plump, swollen, like she's a little plump, she says. I don't know. I've never seen her. Always angry with a scowl on her face, and like she's 4'11". And so I just see her in this vision of her walking to the corner store to get her cigs after having like 5 Bloody Marys. Elizabeth, I went to bed at 6:30. I'm an Asian jiggly puff with an angry cat face. And so I just can't help but to have that visual in my head. So GSR, you did that, not me. Carrying a toothpaste vial of fermented shrimp paste. I had to get up in the middle of the night. I'm not used to that anymore. My uncle, oh no. I'm sorry about your uncle, but did they know you're retired? Do families not understand that? Can I joke? Is this too early to joke about that? You should, I'm separated. You should try it. I almost separated from him. I almost separated myself for sure. I almost separated myself. I was separating myself in other ways. I wanted to do it. Okay. No, I know. I was joking. I'm sorry. It was too early probably to joke, but I don't know. I don't do well with, You know, I don't do well with, you know, things like that. So I'm so sorry that had to be hard. So now you're going to have to take a nappy nap today because you are tired. But yeah, sorry for your loss. God, I'm failing today, Sean. Sorry for the, yeah. Just sorry, I'm a smoker. Glad I'm not alone now. She angry smokes. Like, I see her with this, like, I see her with this big plaid, like trench coat on, you know, like a wool, trench coat, or just a wool jacket, you know, down to her knees, and just thinking about something, walking to the corner store, you know, kind of zigzagging with a smoking angry face, you know, looking at people, and her mind is just going so fast because she's thinking about her erotica, her storyline. Anyhow, all right, I gotta go. Sean, I love you. I'm so sorry. It really sucks. Just my face. It's my face too. I have the resting bitch face. Anyhow, love you guys. Members, I will be on probably about 3-ish. So, you know, look for me there. TikTok, well, unless you're a member, you won't get to see me until tomorrow. So anyhow, love you. Remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter, and your feelings are just that, yours. And your feelings are valid. It's just not, maybe, just keep them inside until you can cool off for a little bit. Love you, bye. Thanks for all the gifts. You guys rock. Oh my God, she tried to write a check. Yeah, stop, right? Stop. That's sweet of her though. You really have to know that's still, I'm peeling off the toilet now. All right, I was supposed to end you guys, but I saw Sean's thing because I feel like an ass now that I was teasing him, and maybe it was too soon, but I gotta go. I gotta clean up food really quick and I gotta go. So love you guys. Thanks for the support and all the gifts. See you soon.